Yo, what is going on, guys? Jay here, and today I got for you a review of Toosii's new album, NAUJOUR. Now, first of all, I can't say that I'm positive that that's how the name is pronounced. I just don't know for sure. It's spelled NANJOUR, so we're running with NAUJOUR for this, guys. Toosii is a rapper and singer who is, first of all, 23 years old, surprisingly younger than I thought. He broke onto the scene really young at like 20, 21, born in Syracuse, New York, but moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, and that's where he started working on his music career. Toosii is a pretty standard, pretty typical trap soul, R&B type auto crooner. I've been a pretty big fan of his music since 2021. His album, Thank You for Believing, I thought was good. He's got solid R&B cuts, solid trap cuts. He brings the two together well. He's not doing anything too new or innovative or crazy, but when he stays in his lane, he's one of the better rappers and singers at what he does. Recently, he's actually been blowing up big time with his track Favorite Song. It's been top 10 in the Billboard Hot 100. It's doing numbers on TikTok. And I mean, first of all, good for him. Always love to see a young hip-hop artist blowing up, even if it is through a TikTok song. Get your money, Toosii. Get that bread up. Love to see it. But yeah, before we dive into the track list, I will say that NAUJOUR is an extremely average and boring album. NAUJOUR is like Toosii boiling trap soul down to the necessities, to the quintessentials, to the most basic elements of it, and just leaving it there. The songwriting is very weak. The production is standard, average, generic, whatever. Again, this is one of those albums, there's not a lot of bad stuff here. It's not like there's a lot of crap, pile of shit songs. It's just very generic. And that's how I feel about this trap and B bag for the most part. Artists like Rod Wave, like Moray, other people who are big on this sound that's trap, but the soulful singing, some auto crooning. I really don't think it's a good bad. Also, very heartbreak-centric music, very love-centric music. I really don't think it's that often that good. I feel like the songwriting is always weak, and these artists often lack personalities. My favorite thing about Toosii was that he was a solid rapper as well, not just a singer, and he could rap sometimes. But here we do definitely catch him in his R&B bag more. And yeah, we'll start off talking about another love song. It's the third track on the album, and I mean, this track kind of exemplifies my problems with NAUJOUR as a whole. It's almost like a joke of a song, as literally 3 tracks into this album, we get Toosii rapping and singing about how he knows his fans are tired of all the love songs, but he's still got more for you. And like, first of all, as a song concept, this is just dumb. It sounds weird to listen to, like what he's singing about. I don't know. Like, I just don't need to be reminded about all the love songs I'm about to hear when I'm going through this album, because like 3 tracks into the album, I'm already kind of done with it. 3 tracks into the album, I'm like, oh shit, I heard this from Toosii on his last 2 or 3 projects. Like, I really am tired of all the love songs, dude. Like, fucking switch it up, for God's sake, man. Please. But then after this, he goes the next 15 or so tracks, because this is about 18, 19 track long album. But after this, he continues with all the fucking love songs. He keeps going through just all the love, all the heartbreak, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man, please, for the love of God, talk about something else. Please. So yeah, another love song, absolute like practical joke of a song. It's like ironic listening to it, because again, the songwriting here is like really bad. Like, Toosii definitely was never a great lyricist, great writer, whatever, but I mean, this is like really bad. Like a lot of the tracks on this album as well, another love song, it sounds very forced. Sounds like it was literally made in a factory. Just so unoriginal, so uninspired. And again, one of my issues with this whole album. Now, contrary to how I do my normal reviews, where I feel like for the most part, I will talk about the negative parts of a good album. Here, I'm going to be talking about the good parts of a not as good album, because outside of a couple tracks, I'll be honest, guys, I really don't have much to say. How I feel about just another love song, Or you know how I feel about most of the tracks on this album that I'm not gonna talk about is that they're like fine. They're good background music. If I'm in H&M shopping and it comes on, I'm not gonna complain. H&M's fire, by the way. But like, it's just so unoriginal, so uninspired, so devoid of any personality, so generic, so similar to just everything else that's out. Like, this is not much. So I'm gonna point out where Toosie's really shining here because for the most part he's really not. He's really just putting out some mid fucking music and stuff that I could only say so much about, guys. It's all very similar. Alright, so one track that I want to talk about is FWLM, Fuck What You Like Me. And I mean, this is the very obvious, like, toxic, man, like, Future type song. Like, oh, like, you're never gonna find someone that can fuck you like me, baby. Like, this is that track. I mean, every Toosii album, every Trap and B album definitely has a song like this. You know, everyone in this lane is guilty of making this song like, oh, you ain't never gonna find someone that can fuck you like me. You ain't gonna find someone that's gonna fuck with you like me. It's actually good. The instrumental's more subdued, more slowed down. Toosie's actually singing more. This is definitely a more R&B centric track, and he's using his vocal range more. And Toosii does have good vocal range, so it does make me happy to see him using it, because normally he does keep it toned down, keep it subdued to like one standard sound, but here he's playing around with his delivery. He's letting his passion, his emotions out for real. And I mean, yeah, FWLM, it does its purpose on the track list. It serves the role it's supposed to, and it does it well. But now we're going to talk about Interlude, which is unfortunate to just be an interlude, because here we see Toosii really rapping. This is definitely the highlight of the album for me. I think it's not like he's like really rapping like Eminem. It's more so he's rapping, and he's also got shit to say. I mean, NAUJOUR is Toosie's first name, so I was expecting this to be a more personal album. You know, there'd be some heavy content, and it's all in this track. Everything else is standard, basic, generic, whatever. But we get to Interlude, and we see Toosii being super vulnerable, being super honest on the track. He's rapping about having to be homeless, sleeping from couch to couch while living in Raleigh, North Carolina. He also drops in the middle of the song that he was raped as a child, and obviously this is a very emotional crux for the album, a very personal, very hard-hitting part of the album. And it's sad, obviously, hearing that, it catches you off guard, and you're like, oh shit. It locks you in for a second, and you're really listening to what Toosie's saying. You're really connecting with him. You're really feeling for him. I just wish there was like stuff to surround this emotional climax in the album, because like you do have this climax, this moment of this very powerful moment where Toosie's dropping that, and then just around it, there's nothing else. It's just a bunch of mid generic trap, R&B, whatever. There's nothing really personal here other than that, other than the surface level heartbreak lyrics we get throughout the album. And finally, we'll talk about Go Go Go. This is like the one like fast-paced trap banger of the album. Toosii definitely played it safe, saving his R&B, trap, and B bag more. Obviously makes sense with the success of Favorite Song that he's going to continue to make songs that sound similar to that. I do prefer that high-energy Toosii, to be honest. Thank You for Believing has some bangers on it, and this is the only one here. We got Go Go Go, and it's not anything crazy. The chorus is catchy, but it's simple, you know, like go, 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 go like Diego. Like literally that's the premise of the chorus. And again, it's not like anything crazy, but it works with the fast-paced, intense instrumental. And it's just a fun track, you know. You could bob your head to this, ride out to it. It's nothing crazy, but it's fun. It's stuck in your head too. One of the tracks I might actually revisit on this album. And then we'll talk about Favorite Song as well. Now, Favorite Song isn't my favorite song personally. I see why this song went viral. Like, the chorus is super catchy. Like, I'm on stage right now singing your favorite song. Like, you know, like, the sentiment of the song. It all makes sense why this song is huge. Now, the thing is, there did not need to be 3 versions of this song on the album. Definitely a weak point here. My favorite is the original. I think Toosii does the best by himself, but you also get a version with Khalid. Khalid does fine. His vocals are great. They're soothing. They're soft. They're nice. They give you a nice, calm demeanor to the song. And you also get the toxic version with Future. You get Future in for the toxic anthem. And man, it's fine, you know. Future is like pretty hit or miss as a feature artist these days. And this is just whatever. Like, he does exactly what you'd expect. It's just like at this point, I've heard this song 2 other times on the album, bro. Like, you're just bloating it out. You're just trying to bloat out the sales with it. Like, I see through that, bro. You're not slick. It's like when they put Dior on, like, fucking 3 different Pop Smoke albums. Like, you're not slick. I see exactly what you're doing. French Montana putting Unforgettable on that one album he dropped a few years ago, so it went it went gold without even being out for a week. You know, again, just hacking the system, trying to boost up sales, boost up that mainstream image. But, yeah, overall, NAUJOUR, it definitely could have been worse. This is overall just a really fucking mid-album, guys. This is H&M music, and it's just so generic. It's so inoffensive. It's so safe, guys. I kind of wish I could give this, like, a worse rating than I am, but, like, I really can't because it's all pretty baseline. It's just not, doesn't push the boundaries at all. It's just a fine trap and B album. Like, you could throw this album on and you could be bored a little bit, but you'll find the tracks you like. You'll pull some out. You'll vibe a little bit, even if half of it isn't interesting at all. But I mean, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I was really hoping Toosii would come through with something better than NAUJOUR, really elevate his game from Thank You for Believing, but instead he regressed. He went more mainstream. He went generic. And for those reasons, I'll be giving NAUJOUR a 4.8 out of 10. It definitely could be worse, but this is still just a painfully mid album. Again, like, unabashedly, shamelessly mid. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys for tapping in with this. If you listen to NAUJOUR, let me know what you think in the comments. Did you expect more from Toosii, or is this worse? Am I giving Toosii too much leniency, too much credit? Is this a pile of dog shit? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Appreciate you guys watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!